Hi guys, this is Scribbly with another pen review, and today we are going to have a look at the Namisu pen. The Namisu pen that we are going to have a look at today is the Namisu Horizon Ebonite, and that is the second Ebonite pen that Namisu was doing or has been doing. They have done the Namisu Nova in Ebonite, and I've reviewed that before. And they have also sent me the Horizon to have a look at, which, as said, is their second Ebonite pen. It has a 24 karat gold plated steel nib. The one here is medium. You can also get the pen with a titanium nib. This gold plated steel nib here is gold plated in order to match the brass finials that they went for and the brass threading that you have on here. So I think it does look nice with the gold plated steel nib. I don't think it would look as nice with a titanium nib, which is like sort of grayish. The pen comes in the packaging that in the meantime we are used to from Namisu. Simple black cardboard box that manages to look elegant and minimalist at the same time. Namisu logo on here in silver. Pull the cardboard box out, you get a little cloth or sort of, yeah, pen pouch thingy with a Namisu logo on it, and the pen then just rests in here like that. Take the pen out and you're good to go. Let's have a look at the pen itself. As said, it is made from Ebonite. It is a black pen that has sort of like a brushed finish to it. According to the Namisu website, you can also get that in a glossy polished finish. They can polish the Ebonite up for you. You just gotta let them know when you order the pen via email or in a comment box in a checkout. Not sure how that exactly is done, but the pen can be polished up for you if you would prefer a more polished finish as opposed to this matte, slightly structured brushed finish. Otherwise, the black of the Ebonite looks exactly the same as the black of the Ebonite of the Namisu Nova Studio. That Studio Ebonite, that Nova Ebonite pen version is called Studio. It's the same black Ebonite, just that this here is a cigar shaped pen as opposed to the, I always call the Nova a Nakaya shaped pen. I'm not fair if that is a fair judgment, but the Novas just always remind me of Nakaya pens or Nakaja. Not sure how that is pronounced. As a matter of fact, that pen here is a cigar shaped pen, and it's more or less the same length and girth than the Nova. Don't have a Nova handy here right now. I'm sorry about that. We then have a brass finial here, a small brass insert into the cap. As far as I'm concerned and as far as I understand the information from Namisu's website, that is coated brass, so it means that that will not patina over time. And they then have another brass inlay here at the end of the barrel, and that has the N inside the Namisu logo. Not exactly understand the design decision to put the logo part of the pen at the end of the pen. I would have probably, that is what we are used to from other manufacturers, put it on top of the pen so that you have actually the finial with the logo here on top of the pen. So I'm not sure if they have maybe done that because they wanted it to be more subtle or because they wanted it to be seen when you're writing with the pen or whatever. Not pretty sure about that design decision, but I would have probably put the logo one here on top of the cap. It's then a screw-on cap. One thing that I want to say already right now when we have a look at the pen, I quite like the pen design, but what I find a little bit odd is the cap to body ratio. As said, I unfortunately don't have a Nova handy right now, but I do believe that the cap of a Nova is a little bit longer and ends up here, and I think that would have given the pen a little bit of a better aesthetic. I do find that the cap in comparison to the body looks very small, which when uncapped, that looks fine. Great pen aesthetic with that number 6 nib. Very beautiful. Looks really nice. Looks awesome. I just find that when capped, I don't know about you, but let me know in the comments, but to me that looks a little bit strange. I would have made the cap slightly longer, but well, that's just me. No inner cap, but never had any issues with the pen drying out. Already wrote straight away when I picked it up. The pen can be posted. No problem, that works. It's not designed to be posted because of the shape of the barrel here. You may put that cap on here in odd ways, but there's also no need to post it because the pen really is long enough. It's a rather girthy pen. The section, feeling wise, is pretty much exactly the same as the section of the Nova pens. So if you have a Namisu Nova, expect the same section diameter. We then have a number 6 bog nib here that is unsigned. That was a medium, or it came delivered as a medium. That was too broad for me, so I was just grinding it down myself to a fine / extra fine. I normally used to grind nibs down to an architect point. This time I tried my hand at a round fine to extra fine point. It turned out very well. I'm very pleased with the way the pen writes. Feed down here. Of course, you can just throw that nib out and cram in any other number 6 nib, a Bog titanium nib as said. If you have a number 6 flex nib, a Jowo nib, whatever, just put it in here and you're good to go if you don't like that certain type of nib or nib width or whatever. So they're interchangeable, so to speak. We then have brass threads here that also are coated and won't patina as far as I understand. We unscrew the pen and we have ebonite threads on metal threads. Works pretty nice. Pen comes, which you expect for £95, which is the price wise slightly less expensive than the Namisu Nova ebonite. Don't really understand why it's less expensive. Is maybe brass less expensive than the titanium fittings and finishings on the Nova Studio? Not sure about that, but as a matter of fact, it comes with a Schmidt converter, which I find very nice. And it also takes standard international cartridges. And I do have the pen here filled with diamine blue black. Size comparison to my standard size reference pen, a Lamy Safari. And I guess it's safe to say that it's pretty much the same length. The Namisu is a tad shorter, probably 2 or 3 millimeters shorter, but doesn't really make a big difference. But you see that the pen is considerably chunkier. Uncapped, I guess it's safe to say that they're also pretty much the same length. But now again, when I pick them up, you see that the pen for sure is chunkier and the section is also a little girthier than the Safari section. And again, you see the very nice number 6 size nib that writes fantastic. It's a great writer. So what's left for us to do is a writing sample. Of course, it's a Bog nib, was a medium. I ground it down to fine or extra fine. Namisu Horizon was a medium and now is a fine to extra fine. Definitely on the wetter side, I would say. That is surely a wetter nib, and that has nothing to do with me grinding the nib down. What you see here is just a thinner line, but wetness, I've not changed anything on the wetness. A very nice, pleasant writer. And you see here that I managed to grind it down to a round point. We don't have any architect characteristic in here. Watch your words. So this is a very pleasant writer, nice pen. I hope that review was useful to you, and I'll see you at the next review. Bye bye.